Bristol City up to 7th, a point off their opponents who occupy the last playoff spot. Bristol City 1, Blackburn Rovers 0.
Stockport County pushing for a playoff place in League One. Macaulay Southam Hills with a goal on 34 minutes against Crawley Town. Goal disallowed at Tynecastle, Lady Barber.
Yeah, Hearts thought they'd double their lead from a free kick. Jamie McCart, who managed to find loads of space round the back at the far post to head in off the inside of the post. A really nice finish, actually, but the offside flag instantly went up, checked by VAR, and it was indeed offside. So no goal. It is still Hearts 1, Kilmarnock 0.
Thank you so much, Ailey. And Kelly's back with a roundup of the EFL. Some fascinating stories emerging.
Yes, some fascinating stories indeed. The Championship has taken a little bit of time to get the goals flowing, but they are coming now. I think we've got 5. I shouldn't say that live on air because it can change at any point, can't it? The game I expected goals in, though, hasn't got any at the moment. A reminder, Sunderland can really take advantage of the fact they're the only team in the top 4 in action at the moment, but they're still 0-0 against Plymouth, who haven't won in 14. That is, of course, also after Sheffield United lost. West Brom are 2-0 up against Portsmouth, or are they? There's been a goal. Ben Mundy.
There has make it 3. It's the captain for the afternoon. Jed Wallace slipped in by Grady Diangana. He couldn't miss, really. He stayed cool and calm and collected and fired in. It's 3 for West Brom. West Brom 3, Portsmouth 0.
We can talk all about the sentiment in that one. It is great, of course, for Tony Mowbray to be back there after all he's been through and the fact that he's a returning manager and all of that. But also, let's not forget that West Brom have a really good chance of making the playoffs. They're up to 6th as it stands, and the goal difference will only help them too. Talking of teams who have playoff aspirations but are certainly stuttering at the moment, Watford just 1 win since Boxing Day, now 1-0 down against Frank Lampard's Coventry City. A goal there from Victor Torp. As we've been hearing, goals were asked, questions even were asked of Tom Cleverley, and this certainly won't help him, as it looks like they could be off to another defeat. Into League One, where Stockport County are aiming for promotion. They've taken the lead against relegation-threatened Crawley. That is also good news for the teams just above Crawley at the wrong end of the table, because as I imagined, they are in that drop zone, but they have got 2 games in hand. Blackpool 1-0 up against Exeter City. This was 14th versus 15th at the start of the day, but don't worry, Exeter fans, Blackpool love a draw. They've drawn their last 4, so I'm sure you're going to equalise at some point there. Leyton Orient 1-0 up against Reading. What a run Leyton Orient have been on, by the way. Unbeaten in 9, 8 clean sheets in the process. Guess who they faced 2 weeks today? Manchester City in the FA Cup, live on the BBC. They couldn't, could they? Elsewhere, let's have a quick look into League 2, where Cheltenham are 1-0 up against Salford City. Cheltenham have only got 1 win in 5. Salford started the day in 7th. They too have promotion aspirations. Lincoln and Stockport. Now I'm talking about League 1. I'm meant to be talking about League 2. In fact, Jason, I'm just going to hand back because I'm sure there's plenty going on in the Premier League.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, there is. Now you say it. Let's go to the Amex. Chris Wise.
Penalty to Everton. Joel Veltman has handballed it under pressure from Beto. We've had a 2, perhaps 3-minute wait for VAR to have a look at this. And what has happened is there's a long ball over the top. Beto shouldn't really have any right to get there, but Veltman was a little too slow. Beto's put him under pressure, and Veltman has felt that pressure, and he's flicked at it. He's flicked at it with his right hand to put it behind for a corner. Now, the noise you're hearing in the background is the Brighton fans have just seen the decision on the screen. That's why they're not happy about it. I have to say, my gut feeling straight away was that Tim Robinson, once he got some guidance from VAR, was going to give the penalty, because he didn't see a foul by Beto on Veltman. I didn't see one either. I just think it was strength more than anything else from the Everton forward. And as Veltman was leaning forward towards the ball, having felt a bit of a nudge from Beto, he's flicked at the ball. He's made a deliberate action with his arm, with his hand, to turn it away. So a penalty has been given to this Everton team. A yellow card for Verbruggen as well, who has said something perhaps to Tim Robinson, the referee. And Everton, who, remember, all season, only 6 Premier League away goals, right back on track it feels under David Moyes after that win against Spurs last week. And NDI, who scored in that game, took that goal brilliantly, didn't he, against Tottenham last week, has got the yellow ball in his hands. He stood with his head bowed. He's looking down at the ball now. He's carefully placing it onto the spot. And Everton, who have defended really stoutly in this game so far. They haven't had too much going forward. Remember, they've lost Dominic Calvert-Lewin to injury as well. He'd probably be on this penalty if it wasn't for that. But instead, it's Iliman Ndiaye who places the ball down. Verbruggen in all red, trying to make himself big. Ndiaye, right-footed, scores. Low into the bottom corner. Verbruggen went the right way. He couldn't get there. It's Brighton 0, Everton 1.
In answer to your question, David Moyes 2.0 is going rather well. Let me just bring you some emerging stories. Blackburn Rovers have equalised against Bristol City. We'll go there very, very shortly. But Andreas Reimann has scored for Blackburn Rovers. Goal machine in the Championship. Scored 50 goals in 205 appearances for Bristol City, and he scored against his former club there. Right, was it a penalty? Farah, you go first.
Yeah, I think so. I think, it's a long ball, and Beto and Veltman are running. I think Veltman's the wrong side of Beto. It comes off the thigh of Beto inside the box, and Veltman, for whatever reason, maybe he thought, he's on his wrong side, but Beto will get a shot away. He's grabbed the ball,
It's a scoop,
isn't
isn't it?
Like,
It looks like a
scooped
scoop.
it away from
That's
him
the best way to describe it.
from Beto. So for me, yeah, it's a definite penalty. He's hit his hand. It's not just hit his hand. He's intentionally moved his hand to bring the ball away from Beto, who, in my opinion, was in on goal.
Oh, we've got a red card at Molineux. John Bennett.
Yes, Arsenal are down to 10 men. What a story this could be. Wolves 0, Arsenal 0. This will, of course, be checked. This is a strange one. I can't wait to see what they make of this in the studio, because it was a corner that was cleared. It's just outside the penalty area, the Wolves penalty area, and it was a flick of the foot in the end by Lewis Skelly, the youngster, just flicked his foot out against the Wolves player, and the red card has come out. Is that denying a goal-scoring opportunity, even though it's absolutely miles away from the goal? This will be checked, but at the moment, Wolves 0, Arsenal 0, and Arsenal down to 10 men. It's Miles Lewis Skelly been shown the red.
This is unbelievable. I think Liverpool has scored a third as well. We'll get that confirmed in just a moment. I think it's Cody Gakpo. What do you make of this then?
Nah, it's not. That'll get overturned very, very quickly. I think Lewis Skelly, he's out of position. He's just tried to make a tackle and to stop the counter-attack. And he needs to get back into position. The tackle doesn't look that bad to me, and I think the referee will probably overturn that very, very quickly.
Okay, whilst you're looking at that, Liverpool have scored a third. Sarah Mulcahy.
They have indeed. It is all too easy for the home side here. Ball coming down from the right-hand side, played into the area. Szoboszlai initially tried to take the effort. That was blocked. Gakpo was running in centre of goal, able to tap it home. It is so easy for Liverpool here. They're dominating possession. They are cutting through Ipswich. And Ipswich, when they do go on the counter, have nobody up front. It is a tough first half for the visitors. It's Liverpool 3, Ipswich 0.
I'm sorry to say this, Ipswich Town, but a battering is incoming. It looks as if Arsenal are down to 10. Nathan, what do you make of this?
So they've shown another angle, and they're saying that he's planted his foot onto the ankle. He's planted his foot onto the ankle. I can't quite see. Doherty, I think it is, in the transition. Because one angle makes it look quite bad, but the other one, it looks like it's just picking him up. It's a big call by the referee.
It's a massive call. Let's go back to our reporter, John Bennett.
I'm not having that.
Yeah, it's Wolves 0, Arsenal 0, and he's just below me now, Miles Lewis Skelly. He is very emotional about that. He's really upset. He's been dragged down the tunnel. He is arguing there, and the Arsenal fans cannot believe it, because this was right outside the D of the Wolves penalty area. Miles Lewis Skelly, with the challenge on Doherty, was on the counter-attack. He would have been able to run into a lot of space. But is that really denying a goal-scoring opportunity? Maybe, as Nadem is saying, it's because it's quite a high boot on his shin. But this is really controversial. Wolves 0, Arsenal 0, Arsenal down to 10.
Well, I was saying Ipswich Town getting battered, so are Portsmouth. Ben Mundy.
They really are. More than 15 years since Tony Mowbray took charge of West Brom here. He's back with a bang. They've taken the handbrake off this afternoon. Grady Diangana has scored his second of the afternoon. Three games for him. Ball over the top, found him. He's slotted in. Portsmouth have gone to sleep. They want the whistle. It is West Brom 4, Portsmouth 0.
Thank you very much indeed. Right, let's bring you right up to date with the video. Lots happening this afternoon. Hibs 1-0 up against Ross County. Dylan Levitt with a goal. Liverpool, as we heard, 3-0 up. Blackpool now 2-0 up against Exeter City. Tom Bloxham with a goal on 43 minutes. Bayern Munich, top of the Bundesliga, now 2-0 up against Freiburg. West Bromwich Albion 4-0 up against Portsmouth. Atletico Madrid now second in the table. Real Madrid top of the table. They're 1-0 down again. And Tranmere Rovers 1, Gillingham 1. Jordan Turnbull with an own goal on 44 minutes. Right, to the Vitality Stadium. Mad afternoon. John Akers.